You're watching the award-winning YCN Game of the Week, and today we're Lebanon, New Hampshire, on Hanover Street, by the way, for this field hockey tournament matchup, featuring the Raiders of Lebanon, the number 2 seed in the division, hosting their rivals, the Marauders of Hanover. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist for the most complete line of energy products with the highest level of customer and on-site service. Also by LaValleys and Middleton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion, now in 11 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. This should be a good one, Cassie. These two teams played to a 3-3 tie not too long ago.
Yes, they did, and now they're coming back to meet again, and we'll see how the game goes. You know that they're rivals, so it's going to be a great game.
Well, Natalie Fire had the only goal in their game back on October 5th, and Hanover beating Lebanon 1-0. They had the return match on October 14th in Hanover. The Raiders were on the field for the first time in a week that day after losing a holiday weekend of activity to a precautionary COVID-19 school shutdown. They had taken an early lead on Molly Smith's goal with an assist to Kaylee Skakalski. Olivia Trummel then answered that goal for Hanover in the second quarter, converting after a corner by Gail Morse. Also assisting on that was Mia Edmonds. Skakalski then added a goal for the Raiders, assisted by Sydney Gagne. Kate Blaisdell scored twice for the Marauders in the third quarter. The first off a perfect crossing pass from Jesse Lichtenstein. But Gagne's goal with 3:45 remaining in the fourth quarter knotted things up, and they went through some nail-biting overtime, and that's the way it ended, 3-3. But there will be a winner here today, Cassie.
There will. Whether we have to go into penalty strokes or not, we will.
Well, I believe they go to 2 10-minute 7-on-7 overtime periods, so that's a long way from penalty corners.
I know.
Lebanon in white as you watch, and they will be going from right to left. The goalkeeper today, Autumn Kroll, a senior, and the goalkeeper for Hanover is Olivia Evans, a junior. And we are underway.
Hanover started out with the ball today. Ball was brought up into the player, therefore it's Lebanon's game again.
Yeah, it used to be, you call the 15-second rule whenever you waited 15 seconds and heard a whistle, but the game has much changed over the last few years.
Definitely has.
Yeah, they let them play on. That's Kylie Skakalski preventing it from going out.
Nice stop by number 4.
Catherine Blaisdell.
Yep.
3 players called up from JVs for Hanover today. Caroline Healy, Grace Coughlin, and goalkeeper Riley Lohman.
Advantage for Hanover.
Thrill for them playing JVs all year, and all of a sudden you find yourself in a tournament game. That's over the stick of Thibodeau. With it is Hickey. Yeah, field hockey has changed. If you go back into the 90s, they would use penetration time to determine a tiebreaker. That's out of bounds. That'll come back.
Oh, it's going to be Lebanon's ball again. It came off of the Hanover stick.
On the inbound, it's Sally Tretter, junior.
Good pass into the center.
Lichtenstein has it. They'll fire it out of the zone. It's away from Schutzius. She'll recover. Over to Thibodeau. And it's out.
Off of Lebanon's foot, going back to Hanover. Katie has the ball. Excuse me.
That's right, be careful. Parents are listening. Get the names right. In addition to airing on WYCX at Comcast 721 or DDS TV 1013, all YCN games and programs are posted for your viewing pleasure anytime on ycnnow.com.
Lebanon's doing a great job of bringing the ball out to the alleys and bringing it down the field, using the advantage.
Obviously, these two teams know each other well. You notice the two officials, each official has a circle under their jurisdiction, so you will not see the trailing official make a call in a circle at the other end. Into the circle it comes.
Looks like it's going to be Hanover's ball.
Of course, Hanover plays their games on a turf field, which
they do.
Is an extremely much different game.
It's a quicker game.
Yeah, very quick. It's like playing on a pool table.
They do a great job at converting back to grass, though, so that's a good thing.
That's Gail Morse putting it in play, driven by Blaisdell.
Nice ball from Kate.
In front.
That would be a corner. So Hanover's first corner of the afternoon. Now, a good thing to know, though, is now you have to have the ball outside of the circle before you can hit the ball back in.
Right. Natalia fires it in.
Nice backup by Natalie Chapman. Nice stick handling skills. And it's going to be an advantage for Hanover.
For any of our parents or family members out there not familiar with field hockey, anytime there's a violation in the circle by the defending team, a penalty corner results. Hanover has control. This is Maya Edmonds. She can drive it like that as long as it doesn't go too far off the ground.
That's a great ball right there.
That was perfect. That's a talent. On the far side, that's Molly Jane Schutzius, a junior. Interesting calling a game at ground level, Cassie.
I know, right? Huh? It's a lot different than coaching it. That's for sure.
A little easier, I'm sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, Edmonds over there to break up the play.
Third party call
yep.
On Hanover. Going to be Lebanon advantage.
I think Hanover probably has had the lion's share of the game, territorially anyways.
Yes, I would agree on that.
Catherine Blaisdell, there's a drive.
Nice stop.
Nice stop in midfield. That was Amelia Hickey.
Brought right up in the middle. Nice give and go.
Skakalski, broken up. Oh, for Ford Chapman. Another change this year, 4 15-minute quarters instead of the 2 30-minute halves. It also means the coaches do not have a timeout. We talked to Lebanon's coach, Amanda Valier, and she said, she likes the 4 15s, but not having the ability to call timeout when it's necessary is the downside.
That is definitely the downside. You don't have a chance to get your kids back and composed and get them ready, get them a drink of water. Even though there's that 2 minutes in between each quarter, it's going to be tough and tricky when you really want a timeout and you don't have it.
Try to put it in. Gail Morris drives it out. Stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the HR Clough Kearsarge Heating turning up the heat player of the game when we choose the player that had the greatest impact on today's game between Lebanon and Hanover. Catherine Blaisdell. Nice move. Good dribble. Schroeder trailing from behind.
Kate is one of the 2 seniors on the Hanover squad this year.
Yeah, Coach Lenny had said she only had 11 players a few days ago due to the quarantining, but she brought up 3 from the JVs.
That she did.
Catherine Blaisdell working it away from Hickey. Fanned on by Edmonds.
Nice reverse.
Only 1 penalty corner thus far in this contest. Of course, if you do get to an overtime, 7-on-7 really opens up the field as well.
That it does.
As far it appears that Hanover has controlled, but Lebanon now working it into the zone along the line. Schutzius. But if you look at Schutzius, she's got a whole bunch of maroon jerseys around her. They're getting back.
They're getting back very quickly. Getting back into the circle and playing defense, getting an athletic stance. Playing tough D, and Natalie Chapman just received the ball back again for Hanover. Man, look at her drive.
Nice drive, stopped by Thornton. Michaela getting over there along the sideline.
Nice defense by Lebanon.
Catherine Blaisdell in control. She'll drive it. Nice drive along the ground. Stopped. Near side it comes. Taken by Skakalski. Working her way through. Remember, it not into the circle unless it goes 5 yards.
Nice lift, but too high.
Too high, yep. Back it'll come.
Dangerous play on that one. Neither goalie has touched the ball yet. Means there's good defense going on today.
Good defense, as long as your goaltender doesn't fall asleep.
True.
Driven by Edmonds, knocked down Hickey. Now Lebanon trying to put together some sort of an attack. Near side it comes to Tretter. Sally on the dribble. The corner goes to Skakowski, and out it goes. Sadie Higgins back there. This is Blaisdell for Hanover. He'll drive it again.
Notice Blaisdell's taking a lot of the free hits for Hanover. Probably because of that amazing drive that she's got.
You can see the official using the electronic whistle.
Oh.
It's something that was allowed this year in a lot of sports. Now, it's kind of hard to blow a whistle through a mask. But the electronic whistles, to me, aren't as loud.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that. In between the legs of 11 players, so it's going to be Hanover ball going out.
On the drive, Mia Edmonds. Lebanon is starting to bottle them up a little bit here in their own end. Taken by Gagne. Gagne in a battle with Fire. Surrounded by 3 maroon jerseys and taken away.
She worked hard for that ball, though, so I'll give her credit for that.
Over to break it up with Thornton. Right in front of the Hanover bench to Molly Smith, the junior. Taken away by the Marauders on the drive again.
Nice ball.
Nice ball indeed. And it gets by the Lebanon defender, and she wisely flips it out of bounds.
Probably a good choice.
Yep, good choice. Thornton was right there. The game coverage brought to you in part by LaValley's Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply. Home improvement and construction from concept to completion. 5:04 to go in this first period. Inbounding it is Blaisdell. Lebanon in control. Working the ball down nicely. Amalia Hickey down ahead to Skakowski.
Nice use of the alleys. That's definitely
Into
great
the circle.
for spreading out the defense.
Knocked out by Chapman.
Incoming ball for Lebanon.
Amadi Hickey surveys the territory and goes to her right. Broken out momentarily by Coughlin. Grace, one of the players up from JV for Hanover. Nice play there. On the drive, it gets by Thibodeau, and she will give way to Smirsky. With Thornton. Lena Noel.
Lebanon's doing a great job at finding their players and seeing where they are on the field, making it spaced out so they can get the ball up the field rather than staying in one spot.
Certainly has been a defensive game thus far. Need a goaltender with a save that I can recall, Cassie.
I don't have any marked down,
No.
so no.
Well, there's your answer. All right, Mia Edmonds, side in. Again, intercepted by the Raiders. They've got Skakowski in the circle. Lebanon still in control. Into the circle it comes. Skakowski can't get the shot away. Yeah.
Sticks got hooked up.
Yeah.
Advantage for Lebanon, so they're going to be having a corner.
Penalty corner coming up. Lena Noel, the senior, will bring it in. 5 players in the cage for Hanover. Got Hickey and Thornton out front. It comes to Gagne. Broken out by Chapman. Driven back down in the circle. And another penalty corner.
Another penalty corner. Couldn't see it in the scramble.
Yeah, we're at ground level. We'll get some of them, Cassie. Lena Noel pushes it out. Skakowski to her right for Gagne. Into the circle again. Battle over the ball. Chipped out by Hanover. And they will drive it back the other way. Knocked down by Thornton. Pressure by Lebanon here.
Third party call on Hanover. Going to be advantage for Lebanon going back into the circle.
This is Noel. To her left for Hickey. Hickey played by Groves. Kept in by Thornton. We're down to 1:41 to go in the period. Jim Rivers along with Cassie Johns. Glad to be here. What a beautiful day.
It's gorgeous. It's
I told
perfect.
you I was in charge of the weather. Nothing else.
I know. At least it's not 10 below, and we've got our parkas on.
Sally Treader gives away to Skukowski. Now Treader. Whatever adjustments Lebanon has made has worked here in the second half of this first quarter.
They're definitely spreading out more and seeing where their players are, and it's helping them take the advantage of getting it down the field.
Ollie Smith in a battle, with
No,
Blaisdell over there.
They're using the alleys, which is great.
Under a minute to go here. Next week, YCN Game of the Week will hopefully feature football as the Lebanon Raiders move into tournament action. Be watching for that. Hard to believe it's the end of the fall sports season already.
It was short.
Well, they were lucky to get on the fields. And
Absolutely.
going back the other way.
Ball head up into the Hanover player. Time winding down.
Yeah, less than 30.
Ella Edmonds has the ball, dribbling it down. Advantage for Hanover.
Natalie Chapman. Got to hustle, 10 seconds. And
nice ball by Kate.
Nice drive.
Coming into the circle.
That's Groves. Groves will drive it. Down is the goalkeeper. And that's going to do it for the period. Anxious moments at the tail end. We'll recap this period very quickly when we come back to Lebanon High School. We're scoreless at the end of one.
It's election time, and here at YCN, we know it really isn't about the candidates. It's about our communities. It's our state and our nation. Now, we all have a very personal stake in every election, so make a plan to vote on or before November 3rd. This has been quite the year, so take control, cast your ballot, and make a difference. Get more info at voteinnh.org and make a difference in your town, our state, and our nation on Election Day.
Well, if you'd like your local event televised into YCN's nearly 50,000 TV households, contact us at info@ycnnow.com. Jim Rivers along with Cassie Johns, scoreless. How do you recap that first period?
Well, Hanover and Lebanon have been playing a tough defensive game this afternoon. They're doing great at spreading out. Lebanon's definitely seeing where their players are on the field and using that to the advantage.
Well, certainly Hanover had the lion's share of the play the first half of that period, but Lebanon made some adjustments. Didn't get many shots on net, had a couple of penalty corners, and then at the very end, Hanover nearly poked one in.
Nearly. It was a great effort for Hanover at that point. Like, they had a nice little breakaway, and they got ready to get there, and you had that person on the opposite post, and you got to get in that position around the defender to be able to get that ball in.
Well, certainly the key was the drive out of their own end that brought it down close enough for them to make a play at the end of the period.
That was a bullet.
Yeah, it was, and it was perfect. Not too high. HR Clough Cares Harsh Heating has full-service offerings of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems. And don't forget their Auto Bath Car Wash and Muddy Paws Dog Wash over in Kentucky, over in my neighborhood. Use them all the time. And those of you who haven't seen field hockey in a while need to remember that there are 4 15-minute periods now, not the 2 30s, which also is easier for the officials, too. Running up and down the field for a solid half hour, they get a little bit of a break as well. 2 minutes in between periods.
Definitely gives them a break. Especially before you had the timeouts, and if you didn't use a timeout, they'd be running back and forth the entire time.
My most memorable field hockey game, participating as an official, was up in Laconia on Winnipesaukee, when they had a lot of seagulls that were dropping things on the players during the game. And it was,
lovely.
It was pretty nasty. All kinds of action today. We'll run down some of the games that are being played. The winner of this game will play the winner of Kingswood and Kennett. And Kennett is undefeated, so one would think, Cassie, that it'll be Kennett either going to Hanover or coming here to Lebanon. But stranger things have happened in tournament play.
Well, you got to realize, too, with everything that's been going on this fall season, that the tournament picks were not based on the rankings of what they scored in the year.
Right.
It was based just by out of the hat. So
Blaisdell gives it a drive over quickly as Celia Groves. Nice save. Trying to center. Good break up by Lebanon. That was
looks like it's a
Tretter,
little
I believe.
slippery.
Yeah, it does.
Nice little lift by Lebanon.
Driven back in by Paris, Emily. Well, these two teams played a 1-0 game earlier in the year, and it looks like they're headed that way. Off the foot of Paris, but they play on.
Looks like Hanover's got some fresh legs out there.
Yeah, Edmonds showed a good burst of speed there. Hanover coached by Jean Essex Linehan and Amanda Valier coaching the Raiders from Lebanon. They were 6-1-1 on the year. Hanover 7-3-1. The only blemishes on the Lebanon record was a tie and a loss to Hanover. Hanover lost, I believe they lost to Stevens, and they lost to Mascoma,
They
I
did.
believe.
Yep.
Mascoma Valley. Right in front of the Hanover bench is where the action is taking place. Molly Smith over there for Lebanon.
Looks like they got a little miscommunication on that ball.
Looks like that was out off Natalia Fire, so nope. It was out off Lebanon.
Lebanon ball came up right up into Hanover player.
In action right in front of the Hanover bench. 12:52 go here in the first half.
Nice little give and go to begin. A little too rough of a push, though.
I remind you, today's game is being brought to you in part by Echo Communications. Call them for all your printing needs. These games are live at ycnow.com and re-air on Sunday at noon and again at 5. Not exactly sure what is happening at this point. Now they start it.
Oh, it looks like the Hanover bench is too close to the sideline, so they're having some of the teammates move it.
Skakowski over to make the play. Nice pass in it goes. Looking for Gagne. Gagne with Paris. Battling along the sideline over there.
Some great stick work by Paris.
Gagne comes away with it.
Right into the circle.
Into the circle.
Nice little pushback.
Tracking it down to the corner is Blaisdell. Trying to work it out slowly on the far side. Still scoreless here in this preliminary round. Now Blaisdell. Lebanon driving it into the circle. Back is Chapman.
Going out of bounds. Gonna be a Lebanon ball. I think one good thing with Blaisdell is she's seeing all the holes. She's seeing them and she's hitting the ball to the hole, hoping that one of her teammates can get to that spot.
Hanover in control. Blaisdell in front of her own bench. Nice drive. And a nice stop. Stop over there by Smirsky. A lot of defense being played here this afternoon at Lebanon High School. You get a feeling, Cassie, that one goal is going to go a long way here.
I have a feeling that's what's going to happen today.
Yep.
Both teams are playing amazing defense, and it's just going to be that one little fluke.
Raiders in the circle to the right of the cage. We don't mention the goalkeepers much, but it's Olivia Evans for Hanover and Riley Lohman for Hanover and Autumn Kroll for the Raiders. Riley's a sophomore.
Lebanon takes away with the ball back into the circle.
Yeah, after it, Gagne, she's been very active down there, battling in the corner. In the circle it comes. In front. And out over the end line it goes.
Out off Hanover, going to be Lebanon ball again. One thing with all the restrictions too is like they can't pick up the ball and throw it up. They have to
hit it, yeah.
Hit it. So that takes away a couple seconds. Looks like it's going to be Hanover's ball again.
Hopefully, these restrictions will be lifted by next year, but one never knows. This could be the new normal, Cassie.
I'm hoping it changes
Yeah.
back to the way it was, but like you said, it could be the new norm.
All right, this is Lena Noel on the side end.
Nice stop.
And good defense by Hanover. Locked down by Guile. Over Fort Smith. Trying to chip it into the circle, it does. Swept right back out again. And out over the end line, so it will be Lebanon ball. Lena Noel on the side end. Goes to Hickey. Nope, goes right down the side. Looked at Hickey and then went to her right.
Being at ground level, you couldn't say with the umpire.
I know. Even though they got their raspberry shirts on. They've changed. They used to be yellow.
Oh, they can do both.
Yeah. Back is Smirsky. Broken up on the far side by Gracie Coughlin. Again, Coughlin and Healy and Lohman played JVs. Were brought up for today. Seeing some action. There's only 15 players on the team. You're bound to see action.
You're bound to see action.
There's so much up and down and so much running. Lebanon in control here. Molly Smith.
Oh, recall.
Okay.
Hacking on Hanover, so it's going to be Lebanon's ball.
7:55 to go. Noel drives it ahead. Working into the circle. Again, good defense by Hanover. And it's going the other way. The foul on Gagne. Blaisdell, who's really had good drives today. Lifts that
nice
one to
lift.
the air. Lift into the air. Knocked down.
Nice thought.
Knocked down by Hickey. Molly Smith into the corner. Noel. Seen a lot of action in the second period. We're down to 7:14 to go. Scoreless here if you've just joined us. Molly Smith battling with Coughlin. Blaisdell will drive it. Hit a foot, but it goes right to Thornton.
Oh, they're going to call it.
They're going to call it. It was off the foot of Lebanon player. So back we come. Thornton on the push. Into the corner. This is Taylor Vittori, Jr., taken away. Letting her play on. Oh. See how they play it.
Remember, they got to dribble it 5 yards before they can even hit it into the circle.
Yep. Working it up the far side, and back for it is Thornton, but it's out. Please let all our advertisers know that you appreciate their support of local programming on YCN. If you're watching, give us some love on our YCN News Facebook page. Just click the heart a bunch of times. Again, 5:57 to go, first half. We are still scoreless. The winner advances, and the loser gets ready for basketball. Near side it comes.
Nice back tackle by Lebanon.
It's Sadie Higgins, the sophomore out there on that play for Hanover. Two very evenly matched teams.
Absolutely. Bringing it down to the Hanover territory for a little bit.
Yeah,
Advantage for Hanover.
Catherine Blaisdell with it on the dribble by Hickey. Hickey played her tough, though. This is Mary Guile. Great opportunity here for Hanover. Excuse me, Catherine Blaisdell. Catherine Blaisdell being played, taken away. Nice takeaway, Cassie.
That was a great takeaway.
Nice pass up ahead to Sydney Gagne.
Using that alley again.
Yep.
Nice give and go.
Got by Hickey. Over to Guile. In the circle, Gagne.
Nice defense by Natalie Chapman.
And a corner. Chapman on the violation in the circle. A corner coming for Lebanon. How many corners for Lebanon?
Lebanon's only at 2.
2, yeah. Let's see how they play it. They're going to start to the right of the goalkeeper. See if she comes out to Skakowski. This is Lena Noel. Now out to Gagne. Nice shift. Gagne still controlling. She'll drive it. Blocked in the circle. Guile had an opportunity at it. Now to the left of the goalkeeper. Looking to center, and out it goes. And it will be Hanover ball.
Lebanon's getting the opportunities. They just can't advance.
Lifted high into the air. Good play by Thornton, staying right with it.
Back tackle by Lebanon.
3:34 to go in second period. Off the stick of Fire.
Hanover trying to switch fields.
Fire staying with it.
Off the foot of Lebanon.
Off of Thibodeau. Catherine Blaisdell. Off the foot.
Catherine has a great way of trying to bring the ball up and getting it into the Lebanon player to take that advantage.
The skills of these young ladies and how they've improved over the last 10 or 15 years. They all go to field hockey camps at various places, and it certainly shows.
Definitely.
In the circle, knocked out by Skakowski. Noel has it. Playing in front of Fire. 2:46 to go, as you may see the official time over there.
Still scoreless. Nice takeaway by 12.
Lena Noel, the senior, one of the seniors for Coach Valliere. Had a little rump taken away.
Not quite sure what that was because I can't see.
Yeah.
Hanover's ball again. Looks like that one is hit out.
Lofted into the air on the scoop.
Gonna call it dangerous. Nice ball by Lebanon. Dribbling it up the middle.
Skalkowski's on the wing. A nice move by Gagne. She had Skakowski with her. And a violation, it'll be Lebanon ball. This is Gagne, Sydney Gagne, the senior.
No violation on Lebanon.
Nope, it's on Lebanon. It's coming the other way. Blaisdell. She has good drives. There's another good one. Gets by the defense. Gets by Smirsky, but she's back to get it. Down to a minute and a half to go here in period number 2. Hanover had a great opportunity at the tail end of period 1. Let's see what Lebanon can do as we near the 1 minute mark as they shovel it in deep.
Oh, they're going to let that one play on.
Yep, Chapman broke it up. Channelie Chapman, the senior. Lebanon quickly moving. Kept out of the circle nicely over there by Edmonds. Hanover
down the alley.
Yep, 45 seconds to go. Lebanon defense back. Got Caroline Healy moving back. Half a minute. take a break here at the end of this period, of course, and then come back with the second half action for you and a quick recap. Be tough to pick a player of the game right now, Cassie. And a couple of girls on either team playing well.
It's going to be tough. Here comes Hanover bringing it into the circle.
Yep, over to cover up was Schutzius. Worked it out of the circle, and that should do it for the period.
That should do it for the period.
All right, that's going to do it for period number 2 and the first half. And we'll come back here in a few moments to Lebanon High School to recap that second period and bring you the second half of action. Preliminary round of the state tournament. Hanover and Lebanon are scoreless. We'll be back.
It's election time, and here at YCN, we know it really isn't about the candidates. It's about our communities. It's our state and our nation. Now, we all have a very personal stake in every election, so make a plan to vote on or before November 3rd. This has been quite the year, so take control, cast your ballot, and make a difference. Get more info at voteinnh.org and make a difference in your town, our state, and our nation on Election Day.
You're watching the award-winning YCN Game of the Week, and today we're Lebanon, New Hampshire, on Hanover Street, by the way, for this field hockey tournament matchup, featuring the Raiders of Lebanon, the number 2 seed in the division, hosting their rivals, the Marauders of Hanover. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist for the most complete line of energy products with the highest level of customer and on-site service. Also by LaValle's and Middleton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion, now in 11 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. Welcome back to Lebanon High School on Hanover Street in Lebanon. Jim Rivers along with Cassie Johns. Scoreless at the half, Cassie. How do you read that first half?
You know, Hanover and Lebanon are playing great defense against each other, and they're keeping the ball in the middle of the field, which is great because the goalies aren't getting any action right now, which in a way, we don't want them to fall asleep.
Right,
but,
right.
You know, it's great.
You can kind of get lulled into a sense of
you can.
Nothing's going on. All of a sudden, they're on your doorstep.
You got to be on point at all times as a goalie, making sure you know where your defenders are and knowing where the ball is. If you get sidetracked, you're going to be, oh, yeah, ball's here, and not know what to do.
Yeah. Well, we might mention, too, we haven't that, of course, the ball has to be in the circle when you score. You can't drive it from outside and have it go in for a score. But
absolutely. As long you can drive it from the outside of the circle as long as somebody inside the circle touches the ball before it deflects it back into the goal.
Other games today, Portsmouth is at Oyster River, and Sanborn is at Pelham. The winners will play. Pembroke is hosting Merrimack Valley, and John Stark is at Bow. The winners will play. And, of course, Kennett and Kingswood are playing today in Wolfboro. Kennett already beat Plymouth 3-2 in a play-in game. The winner will play the winner of this game. We have Derryfield is defeated Milford 3-0. They are now playing Goffstown today at Goffstown, and Sauhegan is at Hollis. The winners will play. So the winner of this game will play either Kingswood or Kennett. And we might mention that Kennett is undefeated, so in all likelihood, if I were a betting man, and I'm not, Kennett will be playing the winner of this game. But stranger things have happened in high school sports.
Absolutely.
And the two teams, goalkeepers will swap.
Yeah, the first half, first 2 quarters. First half, Hanover only had 1 penalty corner throughout the whole half, and Lebanon had 2 penalty corners, all in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's a good indication of a territorial advantage. Hanover really controlled things in the first half of that first quarter. Then things kind of evened out. Hanover had a great opportunity at the tail end of the first quarter. In addition to airing on WYCX at Comcast 721 or TDS TV 1013, don't forget all YCN games and programs are posted for your viewing pleasure anytime at ycnnow.com. And it'll be Lebanon going from left to right, Hanover from right to left as you view this.
Lebanon gets the ball second half. Natalie Chapman bringing it out to the side.
This will be Lena Noel.
Good choice by her.
I love it when the fans yell out, give her 5 yards.
Yeah, that's a great thing to know that.
Well, parents are becoming more knowledgeable about the game. Back, my daughter played. You didn't have to worry much. Parents didn't know what was going on, but
there were so many whistles back then.
oh yeah. The
nice defense by Kate.
15-second rule. Nice defense indeed by Blaisdell. Quickly moved down by Noel. Now to go, so looks like it'll be Chapman into Edmonds. Edmonds will control.
Hanover needs to get in front of those Lebanon players in order to, nice lift. Right to Kate.
Yep, good job by Blaisdell.
Nice
poke.
reach.
Kept it in.
Bringing it down the alley.
Over is Smirsky. Taken away from behind by Noel. They playing along the end line, and it'll come back to Hanover.
I don't know if you've noticed this, but Kate's kind of been a little double teamed today.
Yeah, word gets around when you're a good player come tournament time, especially when you've played this team twice.
That's for sure. Oh, it looks like it was off a foot. Not sure if they're going to call it.
They'll let them play on. Up the sideline it goes.
Ooh.
On the line. Oh,
There
nice
you go.
call. Right in front of the official. We're going to get away with that one. This is Blaisdell. No score. One goal will be pretty big here, no question. Skakalski. And you wonder, too, a team goes ahead by 1-0. And the team that's ahead, do you change your tactic at all? Do you play a more defensive game to try and to protect that goal, or do you try and get aggressive and add to it?
Absolutely. You play more of a defensive role, but then you also get more aggressive towards the offensive end as well, because you want to have that security. Looks like the ball's still in play. I don't think Hanover realized that.
No, they let Noel scamper down the sideline and grab it. Well, that wasn't Noel. It was somebody from Lebanon over there.
Looks like Mia Edmonds is going to take the ball.
We are at ground level opposite the team benches.
C.D. Higgins playing some great defense.
Scooped ahead by Skakalski. Knocked out by Paris.
Going to let them play that one out at first.
Yeah, if you're the offensive player, you got to know that so you can just keep going. Don't play to the whistle. You don't hear the whistle.
Absolutely. You don't hear the whistle, and you got to just keep going. If you just stop, then
But again, I think we've talked about this. These electronic whistles aren't that loud.
No, I can hardly hear them with a microphone and headphones on right now, but usually if you have the original whistle, it's pretty loud.
Yeah, it is pretty loud. All right, on the dribble. Edmonds.
Little reverse. Natalie Chapman.
Nice break up. Near side it comes. Noel is over. Cutting her off is Taylor Vittori to Edmonds.
Looks like we're going to have a little give and go action.
Hanover in control. Fire has it.
Bringing
Natalia into the circle.
Into the circle for Hanover.
Still with it. Blaisdell had an opportunity at it. Lebanon gets it out. Oh,
there's a nice little hack.
Yep, little hack on Hanover. It was on Vittori.
Off Lebanon. Wasn't quite sure if that was 5 yards at first, but.
Chapman trying to connect with Fire. Broken up by Smirsky. Nice move ahead by Molly Smith. As the sun breaks through here to our right. Scooped ahead by Gagne. Nice move by Gagne from behind. That's Chapman. Gagne staying with it. Good opportunity here for Lebanon. This will be Lena Noel.
Lebanon getting it into the circle, and it's off of a Hanover player, so it's going to be their corner.
Penalty corner coming up for the Raiders here with 10:22 to go. Stay tuned at the end of the telecast for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat player of the game, when we'll choose the player that had the most impact on this game. And at this point, it could be the only goal scorer the way we're going. All right, here we go. They're going to go from the right side of the goalkeeper. It comes to Skakalski. To her right, looking for Gagne.
Switching sides.
Gagne drives it into the circle. Deflected in front, and down is the goalkeeper. Still loose in front.
Still loose. Goalkeeper had one save. Nice job by Natalie Chapman trying to get it out.
Defense got it out. In close again. And it's going to be a corner, penalty corner, on a violation in the circle by Hanover. So Lebanon again with a penalty corner.
You get so many people down in that scramble, it's hard to say if you're going to.
It's not hard to hit a foot.
Definitely not hard to hit a foot in a scramble.
Lebanon setting it up again. Now to Skakowski.
Nice stop by Kate Brinsdale.
The senior for one of the few seniors on this Hanover team.
Yeah, Hanover's only got 2 seniors this year, 2 returning seniors. They lost 11 players last year.
Hanover had their losses to Stevens 2-0, Mascoma Valley 2-1, and Mascoma Valley 2-0. Lebanon has been to the championship game 6 times in their brief field hockey career, going back to 2002.
Hanover coming off their first championship in 10 years.
Yep. Back in 1976, they were runners-up to Concord, which is a much larger school. Back when field hockey first started, it was just Class A and AA. Skakowski on the far side, looking to center. That's off a Hanover body. We're down to 8:16 to go here in the third quarter. Jim Rivers with Cassie Johns. Happy to be with you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Day like today.
Lebanon's getting ready to bring the ball in. Hanover's defense is back in the circle, marking up.
Controlled by the Raiders. They'll come near side from Michaela Thornton. Working it up the right side. Quickly on it, Noel. Taken away, but out off Hanover, so Noel will track it down.
Hanover's doing a great job at making that wall to get into the circle, making Lebanon have to bring it out.
Good pressure behind Lebanon lately, though. This is Thornton on the takeaway. Fire. Coming back the other way on the drive. Blaisdell. It's a good one away. And quickly is Smirsky and Fire. Smirsky gets there first. Nice play by Vittori. It's going to come out, I think. Yep, just barely. Good effort by Chapman trying to get over there, but their ball anyways. Catherine Blaisdell.
I believe she's a Northwestern University commit student right now for next year.
Good school. Yeah, with COVID and the way kids are attending school, you wonder how some of these colleges can go through their GPAs and figure out who they're going to take.
Hanover's getting their first penalty corner of the quarter.
All right, let's see how they set it up. .6:22 to go in the third quarter. Natalie Fire will do the honors. Let's see who she comes into. She's got Thompson to her right.
Top of the circle to Kate.
Yeah.
Bullet in by Kate.
To the right of the cage. Goalkeeper's out.
Third party on Hanover.
We'll come back the other way. So it's going to be Lebanon ball. Two very evenly matched teams here, looking to move on in the state tournament.
Lebanon's goalie has a little bit of a disadvantage right now. The sun's right in her eyes.
Yeah, good point. And I'm sure that was taken into consideration with at the coin toss at the beginning of the game, get an idea of where that sun's going to set.
Hanover and Lebanon have played on this field for so many years. I'm pretty sure the coaches know which way to go.
Yeah, no doubt. Nice drive out by Lebanon. Broken up by Paris.
Of course, the game today is earlier than normal game, so.
Yep, a lot of the other games did not start until 4. Here's Lebanon.
Lebanon bringing it into the circle.
Over to break it up is Pinto. And
looks like it was off a hack by Hanover.
It'll be a penalty corner for Lebanon. They're starting to build them up, and they have 5 now, right?
5 total and only and 3 this quarter.
Lena Noel, again, working to the right side. Each coach has a number of different penalty corner setups that they can go with. Here's a drive. Score! Lebanon! Time of the goal comes at
4:25.
Or if you're doing it the other way, 10:35. There it is. We've waited for them to break through.
Waited for it, and they executed, and that was a bullet.
Off a penalty corner. The sun didn't have anything to do with that one.
Nope, not at all.
All right, now we talked about it, Cassie. So you're up 1-0. Let's see if Lebanon changes their strategy at all here. They still got a long way to go. 4 minutes and 25 in period 3. Game coverage being brought to you in part by LaValle Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply. Home improvement and construction from concept to completion. Hanover with it. This is Blaisdell.
Blaisdell has the ball, hits a bullet down center.
In ground level, it's tough to tell who scored that goal, but we'll get it for you. This is Molly Smith. That's going to be out of Hanover. Lena Noel scoops it. Knocked down by Fire.
Off the foot of Hanover, Lebanon's ball.
Noel broken up again by Fire. To Blaisdell. Blaisdell has had some good drives. There's another good one deflected by Fire. And up quickly. Lebanon defense.
Lebanon defense is doing a great job at bringing it out into the alley.
I think that was should see us down there. Kind of hard to tell. We got it out of there. And again, out it comes. And again, it'll go to Hanover. Captain Blaisdell has done the lion's share of this today for them. On the side end, she'll drive it in. Deflect it out. Fire with it. Hanover looking to tie things up here if they can.
Edmonds with the ball, advantage to Hanover, corner.
Penalty corner coming up for the Marauders here. 2:43 to go in period number 3. 1-0. The home team Lebanon on top. Two teams played to a 3-all tie not too many days ago. Natalia Fire. Top of the circle. Blaisdell can't settle. Blaisdell with it now.
Advantage for Hanover. It's going to be outside of the circle, though.
Edmonds with it. Dribbling to her right. Got a foot.
Got a foot inside the circle.
Yep, just inside that circle. So penalty corner here for Hanover with 1:52 to go. Natalie Fire and Natalia Chapman on the right side.
Looks like Kate's going to be inserting the ball this time.
Blaisdell, will she go to one of those two, or will she come up top with Edmonds?
I think she's going to go up top. Yep.
Up top. Onto the stick of Edmonds, driven in by
Somebody's going to tap it in.
Here's a drive.
Nice drive into the goalie. Nice save. Two saves.
Nice save. Down she goes.
We've got a time.
1:10 to go here.
We got a penalty stroke.
Yeah, penalty stroke. The goaltender. Somebody went down on that ball in the circle.
So we've got Mia Edmonds.
Yeah, this is certainly advantage shooter, don't you think, Cassie?
Absolutely.
You can't move until...
You can't move. You got to listen. You got to wait.
Yeah. Yeah, this is tough. All right, here's Edmonds looking to tie it for Hanover. Scooped up.
And scores for Hanover. Ties it up.
Yep, time of it is 1:10, Cassie. And on the that violation in the circle resulting in the penalty stroke. And we're tied.
We're tied at 1-1. New game. think now both teams need to remember to stay composed and keep their heads up and play their game.
Yep.
Oh, it looks like they're redoing it. Oh, maybe not.
The goal, they'll bring it back out to midfield, and we'll start the clock. Only a minute 10 to go. And unless something crazy happens, we'll go into that final quarter all tied up again. Driven by Gagne.
Sadie Higgins.
Minute 3 to go here. Sally Treader. Under a minute now. If you'd like your local event televised into YCN's nearly 50,000 TV households, contact us now at ycnnow.com. Just about a half a minute to go here in this third quarter.
Grove's doing a great job with stick work. Oh, same team, they got to talk.
Yeah, looking for Noel. Now it's controlled by Hanover. Coming down is Blaisdell, working away by Hickey. Good play by Hickey. We're down to 6 seconds. Driven by Blaisdell. Bouncing into the circle, knocked aside nicely, and that should do it for the period. And it will. 1-1 is our score as we head into the final 15 minutes. Cassie and I will be back in just a moment.
It's election time, and here at YCN, we know it really isn't about the candidates. It's about our communities. It's our state and our nation. Now, we all have a very personal stake in every election, so make a plan to vote on or before November 3rd. This has been quite the year, so take control, cast your ballot, and make a difference. Get more info at voteinnh.org and make a difference in your town, our state, and our nation on Election Day.
Welcome back to Lebanon High School. Jim Rivers along with Cassie Johns. We're tied at 1, and we've had one penalty stroke. A bunch of penalty corners. It's been pretty even.
It's been very even. We have a great defensive game going on right now, and hopefully we'll see some more action.
So we have 15 minutes of regulation. And the two teams will, again, play on the same side as they did in that third period. The winner to take on either go to Kingswood or host Kennett next Monday. That'll be a tall task for them with Kennett undefeated if they make it here or to Hanover. All right, let's see. Sophia, Sydney Gagne, who we think might have scored the goal, but we're not sure. She'll loft it.
Looks like Lebanon's coming out strong in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, very aggressive.
Nice little lift.
To the left of the cage, and
it's going to be Lebanon ball. Must have hit a Hanover stick. I wasn't sure if that was a lift or if it was off the stick, so.
Yeah, take your pick.
Great defense.
Yeah, good defense out in front. Near side comes to Thornton. Playing along the end line. Vittori for Hanover.
It's going to be Hanover's ball. That's going to be an obstruction.
Catherine Blaisdell drives it out off the stick of Fire. Caleb Thornton on the side end.
Lebanon's 4 saves to Hanover's 1 save by the goalies.
Kept in by Noel. She has played well for Lebanon today. I would say Noel for Lebanon and Blaisdell for Hanover have been key for both teams.
Absolutely. It's going to be very difficult to determine, like you said, the player of the game.
All right, Hanover ball. Fans didn't like the call, but that's off the foot of Noel. It goes right to Vittori.
Advantage for Hanover. They didn't call anything, which is good.
Yep. 15 years ago, they'd have called it.
Yep.
Is a drive taken by Edmonds, wide of the cage. Lebanon will maintain control. This is Smirsky. Off the foot of Vittori. They play on. That was out.
Nice defense by Hanover. Channeling the ball, Natalie.
Good defense by
Natalie Chapman.
Yeah, Natalie Chapman.
Yep.
One of the seniors on the team. Here's Noelle. Lena, the senior.
Nice tap back in.
Kept in nicely by Molly Smith.
Hanover's ball.
Knocked down by Noelle.
Off the foot of Hanover, going to be a corner for Lebanon.
In the circle, so we'll set them up. They're going to go to the left of the cage. Noelle will put it in. Got Kaylee Skakowski up top, along with Sydney Gagne. Over on the near side, it's Molly Smith. Moved into the circle. There's a drive.
Nice drive. Nice.
By Gagne.
Nice save by the goalie, too.
Kept in. Could be another corner. Looked like a high stick in there by Blaisdell.
Blaisdell.
So we'll do it again. Let all our advertisers know you appreciate their support of local programming on YCN. If you're watching, give us some love on the YCN Facebook page. 11:12 to go in regulation. Again, up top it comes on the corner into Skakowski. Broken up by Blaisdell.
Nice thought by Blaisdell, hitting the ball out, getting it out of that circle.
Raiders still maintaining control here. Kaylee Skakowski, senior. Broken up by Blaisdell. Driven by the Raiders. And another corner off the foot in the circle. And we have reached the 10-minute mark here. As Lena Noelle will input it on the penalty corner. Again, Skakowski up top, Sydney Gagne up top. Comes to Gagne. Right, Gagne still controlling.
Nice job by Natalie Chapman defending that ball.
Yep. Good defense.
Great defense right there.
Back we come the other way. As we get closer to the end, if we are tied, we can talk about tournament overtime policy.
Mia Edmonds has the ball dribbling up the middle. Sends it back to Mia. Sorry, back to Kate.
Coming up to make the play was Schutzius, Molly Jane Schutzius, the junior. All right, Hanover ball. Blaisdell. Knocked down by Hickey. Good job by Hickey preventing that from entering the circle. Sent down the sideline.
Unlucky though.
No.
Gonna be Hanover ball.
You know, the cloud cover, maybe it's good they started at 3. I imagine it could get dark here pretty quick.
It's getting darker earlier every day.
It's a game where you hate to see a team lose. They've both played so well. Still battling here. And it's going back the other way. Driven by Lebanon. Knocked down at the center stripe.
Nice back attack by Lebanon.
Edmonds.
Reverse drive down the field.
Trying to stay. Nice job by Smirsky. Coming over to play here was Blaisdell. Blaisdell and Lee. To Chapman. Chapman kept by Blaisdell. She's bumped.
Bumped, gonna be a corner.
Gonna be a corner.
First one for Hanover this quarter.
8 minutes to go. Boy, this quarter is moving quickly, Cassie.
It is. It always seems to when you got like a tied score and you're going back and forth and you're fighting for the ball and you're playing defense, and it's anybody's game right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see how they play this. You've got Blaisdell just to her right. And to come up top, taken by Edmonds. Return pass does not connect. Trying to get it back to Blaisdell. Blaisdell played by Hickey in the circle. And they're going to call a penalty corner. You can tell we're tied and it's late. The fans are starting to help the officials out a little more. I love it. Sometimes I can't see what's going on the far side, but the parents apparently can. There's a drive
back in.
Yep, by Vittori. Still in the circle. There's a drive.
Oh, nice.
Just wide by Blaisdell. Just wide, and you can look down there, the goalkeeper, Crowell, with her glove up, shading her eyes. I don't think she would have seen that.
No
had
way.
That been on the mark. That had that left corner just missing. Drove by Red Raiders. And to go to Hanover. Starting to apply a little pressure here late. Today's game brought to you in part by Echo Communications. Call them for all your printing needs. These games are live at YCNnow.com. And they re-air on Sunday at noon and again at 5.
Hanover gave away that ball. Ball was hit high, so Lebanon's going to take advantage of getting the ball back. Down on the 6-minute mark.
If we go to overtime, I believe it's 2 10-minute overtimes playing 7-on-7. Really opens up the field.
Absolutely. You have 7-on-7, including the goalie. There's going to be a lot of back and forth, that's for sure.
Lena Noel. You have to stay alert over here, Cassie, when they start driving right there. Deflection can come over here real quick.
Ooh, Katie Brindell had nice control of that ball.
Good job by Blaisdell, though. Working on Hickey. Here's Blaisdell with the drive.
Little chopper.
Going in.
Using it to her advantage, that's for sure.
Giving a warning for what we're not sure, but it is a warning.
Delay of game.
Which is a penalty corner. All right, Blaisdell.
Looks like both teams got a warning on that.
5 yards before she can drive it in. Blaisdell taken away by Noel, but violation. Blaisdell dribbling. She wants to drive it, you can tell.
Oh, yeah.
Poked away. Good job by Molly Smith poking it off her stick. Driven up now.
Same team, they got to talk. Ooh. Third party.
Lebanon wants to hustle, of course.
They do.
See if they can catch the defense napping a bit. Here's Noel. Broken up by Lee, Noel, Smith. Taken back by Vittori.
Stick obstruction by Lebanon.
Edmonds to her right, far side.
Great job of switching fields, getting the defense to move around.
We're down to 4:20 in regulation, tied at 1.
Off Hanover's foot, gonna be Lebanon's ball.
Kind of have a feeling we might be in sudden death right now if someone scores.
This is when both teams need to stay composed and keep control of the ball and not get it out of hand.
Yeah. Would you give an advantage to one team over another on a field with only 6 players out there? Is there? I didn't see where one team had more team speed than the other necessarily.
I think both of these teams are evenly matched, so it's going to be, if we go to overtime, it's going to be great to see which one ends up.
All right, Lebanon looking for an opportunity here to break that tie with 3:35 to go. With the circle, it comes Smith.
And a corner.
Corner coming for Lebanon. And the clock continues to run. Lena Noel.
You can definitely see the fatigue starting to take place with the defense on
Yeah,
both sides.
Oh, yeah, it's a warm day for sure. Noel pushes it in. Out it comes to Gagne. Taken away by Chapman. Chapman on the dribble. Nice play by Chapman. Taken right back by Thibodeau, but what a nice job defending on that play. 2:50. Blaisdell on the drive. Smirsky is over. Nice move up by Smirsky. Readers on the far side. In control. Over is May. They work it by her. Going back the other way. 2:24. I think a goal that comes here will probably do it, huh?
Absolutely. Nice little lift by, they're going to call it dangerous, too high.
At the 2-minute mark. Hanover in control. Broken up by Hickey.
Paris.
Right in front of the Lebanon bench. Minute 49 to go.
Heading into the circle. This is where Hanover wants to be super careful.
Yep, you don't want to give a penalty corner here, but they do. With 1:37 and counting, here comes a penalty corner for Lebanon.
Looks like Hanover had obstruction while the defender was turning around. She didn't have control of the ball.
All right, Lena Noel is going to send it in. Kaylee Skakowski is up top, along with Sid Gagne. And it comes to Gagne, under her stick. Backing her up is Thornton. Battling just outside the circle. Thornton staying with it. We're at a minute to go in this regulation. Kept in by Hickey. Driven back out, right to Skakowski, but to Vittori.
Switching fields by Hanover.
Under a minute.
Looks like it's going to be Lebanon ball.
Yeah, what you don't want here is any kind of a penalty corner.
Absolutely not.
Lebanon driving down, 42 seconds to go. Into the circle, but wide of the cage. So coming back.
Hanover ball with 30 seconds.
Yep. Gonna be tough. They gotta get a good drive.
They gotta get a good drive and get it down in the circle and create a penalty corner, but it looks like Lebanon stopped the ball and is bringing it right back.
Yeah, broken up over there. 16 seconds to go.
She didn't drop.
Nope.
Yeah, she didn't dribble it 5 yards before, so it looks like we may be going into
I
overtime.
think we are going into overtime. I think we are. Don't forget, this game coverage is brought to you in part by the folks at La Valley Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply. Home improvement and construction from concept to completion. OT
coming up.
1-1 the score. We'll come back to Lebanon High School in just a moment.
It's election time, and here at YCN, we know it really isn't about the candidates. It's about our communities, it's our state and our nation. Now, we all have a very personal stake in every election, so make a plan to vote on or before November 3rd. This has been quite the year, so take control, cast your ballot, and make a difference. Get more info at voteinnh.org and make a difference in your town, our state, and our nation on Election Day.
Well, we're headed to overtime. Jim Rivers with Cassie Johns, sudden death or sudden victory, whichever you prefer. And a toss of the coin for the first overtime period determines ball possession or the direction of attack. And with that sun facing that cage down there, one would think you don't want your goalie down there in this first overtime.
Looks like Hanover might have won the toss because I'm not sure. I think Hanover's going to the oh, maybe not.
And the pressure, of course, on the goalkeepers. Olivia Evans, the junior for Hanover.
So it looks like Hanover's going to have the disadvantage of the sun.
Yep. So one would think Lebanon might have won the toss, but we don't know. We believe that it was Sid Gagne who scored that goal for Lebanon. But I would guess our player of the game most likely will be the one that scores the next goal. HR Clough Kearsarge Heating has full-service offerings for all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning systems. And don't forget their Auto Bath Car Wash and their Muddy Paws Dog Wash in Kentucky. We're underway, driven by Edmonds. Next goal wins, Molly Smith. And fortunately for Evans, the sun has gone behind the clouds, just as they enter her side of the field.
Nice attack by Natalie Chapman.
Kept in the circle. Lebanon with it.
Nice save.
Goaltender is down. Still control and hit a foot down there. Hit the foot of Groves, but I believe the whistle had already blown.
Gonna be a corner.
Corner for Lebanon. All right, Lena Noel. Out it comes to Ganya. Her drive. Whoa, just
bullet
wide.
Just wide.
That's another one that was a laser right along the ground, Cassie.
That was a bullet.
And again, we can't overemphasize enough that the sun has gone behind the clouds for the goalkeeper. And that's big right
Nice
now.
little lift by Mia.
Yeah. Treader back defensively. Stick handling is Blaisdell. Nice drive ahead. Tracked
Not
down
sure if that's
by Celia Groves.
a little too hard.
Yeah, not going to get there in time. So we'll come back the other way.
Looks like Lebanon's spreading out the field.
And again, the field is much smaller now with it being 7 on
Natalie
7.
Chapman coming up.
Into the circle, Natalie Chapman. Chapman in front, goal to keep her down. Chapman on top of her. Fortunately, they got it out of there. Natalie Chapman.
That was a great move.
Nearly ended this thing right here. Autumn Crowell was down. Managed to managed to get that ball out of the air. Now she's back in the cage. Blaisdell.
Patiently waiting for the defender to come out on her.
Blaisdell, she'll drive it.
Off the foot, looks like.
Off the foot. Gonna be
And they're
a
gonna call,
gonna be a corner. Penalty corner for Hanover. Excuse me, for
Yeah, for Hanover.
yeah, for Hanover, yeah. Looks like it is Taylor Vittori who will bring it in. Blaisdell up top. See if they go to her. And they do. She's got a good drive into the circle.
Off the foot, though.
Coming up nicely is Lena Noel. She has played well for
She
Lebanon
definitely
today.
has.
6:48 to go here in the first 10-minute sudden death. The near side to Skakalski.
Nice little give.
Yeah, nice pass up ahead, broken up by Chapman. Trailing is Skakalski. Into the circle. There's a...
Nice save. Not sure. Oh, they're not
That one high.
going to let him play.
Yep. Skakalski again. Back to cover is Hickey. Make that Chapman. So to Skakalski will bring it in. Into Treader. To her right to Noel. All right, now they're going to give it, it's going to be Amalia Hickey.
Sending it right back to her.
Yeah, on the return. Broken up. Broken up by Celia Groves. Right back with it is Hickey. Hickey and Groves battling along the sideline.
Smart move by Hanover.
Picked up by Groves. Groves has just got a piece of it, wanted to drive it, didn't get all of it.
Can definitely tell that these teams are running on fumes.
Yep. Over for Chapman. .511, there's a drive knocked down in the circle. And controlled and sent out. Good job in the circle. Getting it out of there. That was Amalia Hickey. Skakowski with Gagne with her. Gagne over. Defensively, it's Pinto going the other way. Opportunity for Lebanon here. 4:47 to go.
Kind of slows down the game a little bit to enable Hanover to get back and play defense.
Yeah, it does. Good point.
Ball into the circle. Nice
Goalkeeper's
save on
out.
the goalkeeper.
Right along the end line. Goalkeeper down.
She's trying to move so there's not a penalty stroke, and that's what they call.
Yeah, they're calling a penalty stroke. This could end right here.
I think Olivia had some great saves on that one, moving around in the scramble, making sure that she didn't cover, but unluckily she...
All right, let's go. Sydney Gagne, a senior, can win it here and send them into the next round with 4:18 to go. Here we go. Gagne against Evans. You can hear a pin drop here. Here we go.
Oh, and it's wide. It's
Wide.
wide. I think that's going to put a little fire into Hanover.
Yep. Wide of the cage it goes, so, you know, momentum's a crazy thing. It can shift, but so if you're Lebanon, you got to shake that off. And
shake it off and get back in it and keep playing.
Keep the pressure. Of course, they stopped the clock on the penalty stroke. So back comes Hanover the other way.
Can't start until the whistle blows again.
Two neighborhood rivals in just about every sport. Driven up the far side. Yeah, Hickey was running and she saw that was going out, and with only 6 players out there, she wasn't going to run all the way over there knowing it was going out. Laying near center line. So the center line. Looking ahead, tracked down by Fryer.
Not sure if that's...
No, it's going to go over.
Yep, going to go off.
Long hit. Coming back the other way.
Coaches on both sides are doing a great job at inserting players when they need to, giving them breaks and putting them back in.
Yeah, it's even tougher without any timeouts.
Absolutely.
3:33 to go in our first sudden death.
Again, without those timeouts, you don't have time to compose if you need to compose your team at one point.
Noel had it momentarily. Takes it away. Lena has played well.
Back tackle by Hanover.
Broken up by Fire.
That time she got called on it, though.
Yeah. Your side it comes to Skakowski.
Natalie Chapman with the ball.
Chapman over to break it up defensively. To Fire. Natalia, the junior, trailing his treader. As
One
you can
behind,
see
one in front.
how much green space there is out there, Cassie.
Yeah, there is a lot of green space, and you can tell that
2:50 to go.
Natalie Chapman's doing a
Good
great
tackle.
job playing defense right now. Looks like she's bringing it back into the circle.
All right, here's Chapman in the circle to her left, and fanning on it, or the goaltender get over there. Nice setup by.
That was a great setup by Natalie
Beauty.
Chapman.
Nearly ended right there for Hanover. So Lebanon will bring it back the other way. Hickey.
That was a great drive by Hickey, bringing it up to the alley.
Skilkowski is on the wing here on the near side. Only one player defensively in the circle.
There's
That's
Natalie Chapman again, right on her.
Blaisdell back in the circle as Skakowski tried to sneak in there. Right in front of the Hanover bench. Down a minute 52 to go. Looks like Michaela Thornton will side in. Clock has stopped.
Looks like they're talking to the Hanover team to back up just a little bit on the sideline. Oh, they're asking them to put their mask on.
Amaldi Hickey, the junior, right in front of the Hanover bench. She'll side in. Skakowski is in the circle, and Blaisdell's in her back pocket. Not taking any chances with her.
No way.
To the right. Lebanon looking for sudden victory here. Minute 36 to go. Hanover regaining control.
Ooh. Yeah, not quite sure why they didn't call that, but.
Now we're going back the other way. Hanover has it. Minute 21 to go. Blaisdell. She'll drive it. Fans are getting into it, Cassie.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Nope.
Decided comes, broken up by Blaisdell. All right, here comes Lebanon. This is Hickey on the wing. Hickey. Out
Unlucky,
it goes.
unlucky.
Tried to hit to Skakowski. This is Edmonds. Up ahead it goes to Lee.
Blaisdell
Blaisdell is there.
with advantage. He called it though, because Lebanon was on the ground.
Blaisdell on the dribble, moving quickly with 31 seconds left in sudden death. Blaisdell into the circle. Her shot.
Shot and score! Hanover wins!
Catherine Blaisdell.
Woo!
With just 25 seconds left on the clock, she knew she didn't have much time, and she brought it into the circle and quickly hit that far left corner. And Hanover advances, and they will play either Kingswood or Kennett in the next round of the tournament, heading towards the championship. But that game will be Monday, right? I think it's Monday. Either or.
25th, Sunday.
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 All right, let's quickly. I guess our player of the game is pretty easy.
I would say so.
I'd say so. And our player of the game is Catherine Blaisdell. Scored the winning goal, but Cassie, she had a great game. Beyond that, if she had done nothing the entire game, she'd get player of the game. But she played a solid two-way game.
She definitely did play a solid two-way game, but you can't help but not say that the whole team made this team win today.
So the HR Clough Kearsarge Heating turning up the heat player of the game goes to Catherine Blaisdell, the senior for Hanover, scoring the winning goal with about 30 seconds to go in the first sudden death. And again, please let all our advertisers know you appreciate their support of local programming on YCN. And if you've watched, give us some love on our YCN News Facebook. And don't forget, game of the week next week hopefully will be football as Lebanon moves into tournament action. Cassie, great job. We thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Great weather and just a great afternoon. And Hanover will advance. And for Lebanon, their season comes to an end. So for Cassie Johns, Jim Rivers saying so long from Lebanon High School.